Captain's Report, October 6th, 2024, Seattle, Washington for the Halo World Championship Series Final. It was an absolutely insane event. We had a booth advertising Halo Mega with one of the original Toys R Us display units. And the event was going well, but there was a sense in the air that it was going to be the final one. Halo Infinite was not doing well. We hadn't had a good, successful launch of a Halo game in like a decade. And it seemed like Microsoft was slowing down and gearing up for something else, focusing their efforts perhaps on the Bethesda line. It was about 10 minutes before the final game started, the World Series finale, and I was minding my own business with Kevin from Halo Collector, and then suddenly the crowd erupted in cheer. The whole place was vibrating, and I ran forward as quickly as I could. I saw a Combat Evolved Master Chief on the screen, and when I got to my friends, we just could not believe our eyes. And this was at a time where Halo Mega was looking like it was on the way out too. We hadn't got any new news of any new sets. There'd been tons of delays, and really, it was quite clear they weren't selling well. I'm gonna speculate quite heavily in this video, and I don't want everyone to get their hopes up, but I'm just going to try and see an avenue forward, because I don't have any more information than you guys do, but there are some signs that perhaps we can turn this around, that perhaps Halo Mega is not doomed after all. If you want to support my channel and the work I do, consider becoming a channel member. So as the Halo World Championships began last year, we had a sense that it was going to be the last one and that resources were going to be spent elsewhere, right? That's what we'd heard. Microsoft confirmed pretty quickly into the event that Halo would go forward, and when that trailer dropped and Halo, 343 was rebranded into Halo Studios, I was filled with an enormous sense of hope that the Halo Mega line would continue. I am so invested in this line. It's my full-time job, it's my content creation, therefore it's my art, it's all of my friends, and it's my passion. I love this community, and I think the most frustrating thing about the last couple of years is all I want to do is see it grow. That's all I want. Like, it has so much potential to grow, yet it just cannot move. And that's, well, not just cannot move, recedes. I mean, this is not talking from any insider information whatsoever. You can see clearly that it receded year on year after the rebrand, the relaunch with Halo Infinite Mega Construx. It just receded. And with the news of Mattel Brick Shop, and with no new product information whatsoever, and a ton of other huge red flags, I think the community at large is deciding that this is the end. And that's really sad, because people are selling up. People, my views, no matter what I do, even though I'm making these archive videos, which I love, I'm creating a 100% complete video archive of all of Halo Mega, and it's a huge project. And I got some, I'm releasing videos at the minute that are some of my best work ever. And I released one last week. It was the Steel, Teal, and Cyan Spartan. Now, back in the day, that would have just got an enormous amount of views and it flatlined. I think the YouTube algorithm did kill it. If you want to do anything from this video, go support that video. It's my last upload on the channel, and I'm super proud of it. I think the thing that we could all see in front of us was that this was shrinking. And I've said outwardly before many times that this community is unbreakable, that it will continue regardless of new products being released. You don't need new products to have a foundational community. You just need people who have a passion and a love for the brand. And you can also spend your money on the back catalog, like on my website, the Domain Halo Marketplace. Now, I mean, you can buy old stuff, right? You can just set a budget and you can buy, even if the old stuff is getting really expensive right now, you can buy something and just have that as your continuing passion until we get out of this. And I think the main thing that has got everyone down is whether or not we get out of it, right? It's a legacy that spans 16 years. And every time we've had a dip, and there have been many dips, it's always been brought back up by the next Halo game, consistently. Mega have always, and you can see in their packaging design, in their promotional materials, when Halo is ramping up for a new game, there is new Mega, they usually do a rebrand. Like the Halo Infinite Mega Construx was a total new rebrand with a lot of marketing budget behind it. Same with the Halo Wars 2. Excuse me, the Halo Wars 2. I get emotional thinking about the Vulture. Same about the Halo Wars 2 line. A huge revamp, a huge push at SDCC and Toy Fairs, and it was a massive line. Every single time that Halo has had a new game, there has been a new marketing push, and there will always be new toys. If you put Halo into merchandise, it will sell. And you can see that in the fact that we've got coffee beans in the last year. And what are those pop vinyl figures? They're not pop, they're something else. But we're going to talk about why Mega Halo could still have a shot, right? There is, without a shadow of a doubt, really, and again, I'm not trying to get expectations up. I'm not talking about anything that, like, is insider information. There is a new Halo Combat Evolved game coming, right? All evidence points to that. It's the 25th anniversary of Halo 1 and the Xbox next year. When I've talked to 343 employees at Halo events and online, they're jazzed about something. They always say, like, something big is coming. And Halo Infinite has scaled down. I don't mind the microtransactions. I don't really get people that are tripping out about it. I get that it's annoying, but they're not focusing on Halo Infinite right now. They're building the next thing. And I know that's frustrating in some ways, but they're still releasing a ton of great new game modes and content to Halo Infinite. That's a tangent aside. They're building something big right now. And all evidence. I've spoke to people that have, ins into the companies, Microsoft, Halo, whatever. They're saying that it's like 99% chance Halo Combat Evolved gets a remake next year. Not a remaster, a remake. And some people, I've talked to friends that they're against that. I'm not personally against that whatsoever. Halo needs a fresh start. It's so muddied right now. It's just dense. It doesn't have any consistency, and it hasn't had consistency since like Halo 4. It needs a fresh start. It's on Unreal Engine. It's got a passionate team behind it. They've scrapped all the execs, all the top shelf of 343. They've rebranded. Pierre Hintz is his name, is the head of 343, now Halo Studios, and literally saved the Master Chief Collection. Like, he built the Master Chief Collection from a broken game up to the golden standard that it is now. So that's one thing, right? Halo is making a big play right now, and we can manage our expectations, sure. I mean, we have been dashed more than most fan bases, but I think it's safe to say that Halo Combat Evolved or some massive Halo anniversary project launches next year. And what happens when that launches, right? There's new toys. Evidence number 2. Mattel has been rebranding to Brick Shop, and that takes an enormous amount of collaboration and behind the scenes, and a ton of NDAs and secrecy behind the scenes. Like when they first revealed it, like they were reporting out of Nuremberg Toy Fair, it was behind a curtain and people couldn't have their phones and they just saw it and then left. It's under lock and key right now. So evidently, anything that is associated with Mattel Brick Shop would be under lock and key. We're going through this crazy journey right now where, like, not only is Halo, there's no Halo products, we also have Mattel rebranding as Mattel Brick Shop. We still don't know. The last I was told officially, Mattel Brick Shop and Mega will work separately, but all of the material right now, everything online kind of seems like Mega is going to be Mattel Brick Shop. When they went to, was it New York Toy Fair recently, the only thing they had on display seemed to be the instruction manuals from a Hot Wheels Mega set, which would indicate that Mattel Brick Shops gets Hot Wheel Mega. But regardless of whether Mattel Brick Shop gets Mega, like, regardless of whether they merge it or they have it separately, there's one thing that's clear, and that's Mattel is going straight for Lego. Right? And I don't mean like, okay, it's not a battle. They're trying to carve into the most bloated, dominant market and start a brand new, like, brick IP company, whatever you want to call it, branch in, again, like, probably one of the most competitive spaces and most dominant spaces by one company in the world. So they're going straight for the big dogs. And what do you do when you go straight for the big dogs? You lock in as many named IPs and as many like big brands as possible, right? Logically. Again, I don't know. I've not seen any of Mattel Brickshop. But regardless of whether Mega merges with Mattel Brickshop or they are separately, Mattel is making a play for the bricks. And Lego is not going to be a fan of that. They're going to want to bolster their inventory, bolster the IPs that they have under their belt. We know, like we have confirmation that Mattel will continue their partnership with Microsoft. We've got a lot of like Bethesda-based Mega sets recently, and Microsoft has this long partnership with Mattel and with Mega, so I don't really see them just kicking Halo out that picture. Another point is that Mega Halo is still on sale in the US at Mayors. It's still on sale, and the Mega Xbox 360 is still in Target. The next point, Microsoft has merged with Bethesda, right? And that's one of the biggest entertainment merges ever. And when you think about the size of Bethesda already, they already had a massive marketing and toy department. And now they're merging with Microsoft and everything is being blended into one, right? There might be a solid reason why the leaks, I'm not going to talk about them, but the Halo Mega leaks that came out last year and have also resurfaced over the last month, there's reason to believe that they are literally just being postponed while the packaging is rebranded with new Microsoft information, copyrights, whatever, with new Mattel Brickshop logos. You don't know. And my next point, they lost the Pokemon line. Mega lost the Pokemon line, and it went straight to Lego. And not only did they lose it, Lego was the one to announce it, which seems like a real burn on Mattel, especially when they are like literally in the process of launching a new brick-based IP company. Again, I don't really know. But if Mattel is on the verge of launching Brickshop in 2 months, they said it starts in May, and then at the same time, Lego announces that they've literally signed the biggest IP that Mattel had, what do you do as Mattel? And what do you do as Mega? You keep hold of what you have. You know, it's really funny. I've scripted 2 videos that I was about to record. One of them is the one you're seeing right now, and one of them is a video titled, I'm So Tired. And that was the video I was going to make today. Yesterday I was in a foul mood. Again, I'm going to talk about my personal battles with anxiety in the future, but I was in a bad mood yesterday, and I had orders to pack up and a massive migraine, and I was like, and I saw Demarcation Media's video knocking on the new Squid Game set. The new Squid Game set. I don't agree with that video. I don't think that knocking a partnership between Mega and Netflix is the way, but I will say he has the most fresh memes. That video is filled to the brim with beautiful edits, and you've got to respect that. I was just down in the dumps about it. I saw the Squid Game set. I'm not jazzed about it. It's whatever. It's expensive. I don't really know who it's for. I wanted to make 2 videos. I had 2 scripted. One just saying I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the guessing. I'm tired of my favorite IP being lost and me making these beautiful archive videos that are my best videos ever and them tanking in views because the community is receding. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's shrinking because people are selling up because people don't know what the future is. And I'm sick of it, right? And maybe the 2 videos blended into one, who knows? I'm tired. I'm tired of it. But you know what? When you put all of what I've just said into perspective, right? And again, I'm not promising anything. Don't get your hopes up. But Halo is built on hope. If you take the fact that Mattel is creating Mattel Brickshop and possibly merging with Mega, while Microsoft has literally acquired one of the biggest media juggernauts in the world and is merging all those departments. The toy industry is not doing well in general, but people are making plays for the brick stuff. You take all of that into consideration, and you take the fact that there's not been a good Halo game that's marketable for years. Halo multiplayer sets were never really that marketable in my opinion. But then you take the fact that Halo Combat Evolved clearly seems to be getting a remaster or remake next year. Is everything just so secretive right now? Is everything just under lock and key? Maybe not. Maybe I'm coping and hoping as usual. But again, like, Halo is built on hope. So that's what I'm gonna do while we still can, while we've still got some I was walking over here to get something to give away. I kind of went the wrong way. Yeah, if you want to win some of my Halo Championship Series stickers, just comment down below about like what you think the future of Halo Mega is, and these are 3 of the same. I'll get some different ones, but I'll ship them to you free of charge. If you want to do anything, go and watch that archive video of the Steel Teal Science Bomb, because it's one of my best ever, and it just tanked and it made me depressed. But in general, I'm just like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the guessing. I'm sick of the games. But at the same time, I think maybe we are on the precipice of something, and maybe this will turn around. I don't know, but I am going to do what I've always done and continue to look at this in a positive light and be ready that if there is a future and that things might turn around, that I'm there ready and waiting, and I'm gonna continue to put the pressure on behind the scenes as much as I can physically do to secure the future of this, because, you know, I was a partner, I kind of still am a partner with Mega for a couple of years, and let me tell you, every meeting I have this community's back. I try my very best at all times to try and push the message forward that the fans want more. And I'm not condoning this at all, but my last point is that the message is clear right now. Mega have their back against the wall in general with the dominance of Lego, but they have one community that has their back, and that community is quite rightfully very upset with them. And maybe that pressure is what convinces them to pay attention. I'm not condoning going and spamming on one of their Instagram posts, particularly the new Mattel Brick Shop. But I don't know, I think we're pretty hard to ignore. So thank you very much. This has been Halo Boy. Stay tuned. We have some banger archive videos coming, and I got one of my biggest inventory drops ever on Shopify probably launching tomorrow. See you then. Thank you so much for the support.